was broken up here where it has a rubber rail that goes over all of this, but the rub rail had been in a place where it could be slammed up against a dock, apparently somewhere during its life, and all of this was broken up. What I did was I used some spray foam to spray in the place where there was nothing here, and then I took a knife and carefully trimmed this so that it's very close to the original shape of the front of the boat. And then I painted it, or soaked it really, in this stuff, which is called Glove It. You'll notice that it says it seeks, fills, and seals leaks and cracks, waterproof epoxy sealer. I used some of this on a tin boat I had, which had some pretty major leakage in it, and I coated, it's a little thickish, so I didn't really have enough to coat the whole bottom of the boat. I coated about half the boat before I realized that I wasn't going to have enough, so then I just went over the rivets and stuff on the rest of it. And it not only sealed well, but it stayed sealed for a year or two. At one point it was out in a lake and had sunk, and so it was underwater, but it still held the seal on aluminum, which is flexible, which is pretty impressive. So when I was thinking of what to use for this, I mean, you can buy, and I have ordered some, different fiberglass and things like that to fill holes like this with. But I decided to take some of that Glove It and put it on here. And you need to let it dry for about 48 hours. So what I tried to do is soak this really well with the idea that I can come back later and go from there. Now maybe I could put some fiberglass on top of that, or maybe I could put something on it and sand it. Eventually it's going to have a rubber rail that goes back over it. But I'm hoping that when it hardens up, it will harden up, and it will be hard enough to serve the purpose here, so that I can work with that as a basis to start from to repair this broken part of the boat. We'll keep an eye on that and see. My hope that is this stuff is porous enough to sink this stuff in here, that it will, you notice there's a lot of little air holes and things in it, and I particularly tried to put enough on here so that it would literally get it all inside it, because I want it to harden up and be as hard as what it is. It's not, I wouldn't call it fiberglass, although it is a two-part epoxy. You mix it 5-to-1 with this catalyst or hardener right here, and I mixed it in a tea jug cap because I didn't want to use very much, and I mixed it in here because like I say, I didn't want to use a lot of this on that job. And what I had left over, I just went down the edge of this boat, because there's a lot of places where when I pulled that rail off, it left a lot of rough places. So just in using it up, I went around the boat looking for rough places to put that on, and then later we'll come back and look at that and see how it did. Now I'm going to be leaving this alone for today and tomorrow, because I don't want to be out here rubbing up against it, and I don't want to be sanding dust that can stick to it. I'm going to let it sit there. I'm going to close the door because it's supposed to rain today, and I'll come back to this in another day or two. There's some other things I can do. There's a person that has a top for one of these for sale up in South Carolina. I'm thinking about going and buying that because it looks like a pretty well made top. And I've also got videos to make, and there's always something to work on around here, so pretty sure I can keep myself busy for a day or two while that stuff hardens up, and we'll come back and take another look at it. So I'm gonna pull the cord, let the door down, walk away from it. I've got this stuff over here sealed up good, and get my brush cleaned, and we'll go from there. Thank y'all for watching. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. If you're not, I hope you start having a good day right away. Okay? Okay.